trial appearance will be granted. Counsel is present, counsel in court at this time. There are 3 new charges here. There's 1 new charge of domestic battery alleged on May 25th, 2021. The defendant knowingly and without legal justification made physical contact of a provoking nature with one fellow Torres girlfriend, and that said defendant, after a verbal altercation, struck fellow in the mouth with a closed fist, causing a laceration and bleeding. There's also an allegation of interfering with the reporting of domestic violence, alleging that on the same date, May 2021, the defendant committed a domestic battery against the complainant and interfered with her calling 911 by taking her cell phone from her hand while dialing and removing her SIM card from her phone, making her unable to call 911. There's a 3rd charge of obstructing, alleging that on the same date, the defendant inquired if the officers inquired several times about the defendant's name was stated on his Illinois state ID card, or if the defendant's name was hyphenated. Leon refused to advise the officer of the hyphenated name, attempting to conceal his identity. Officer Cocchiaro was forced to complete a fingerprint inquiry to acquire the full name. There will be finding a probable cause to detain.
The complaining witness is the girlfriend of the defendant. Officers responded for a call of a domestic dispute. Officers were met at their front door by the complaining witness, who was very upset, crying and bleeding from her mouth. The complaining witness and the defendant were involved in a heated dispute over relationship issues. During the dispute, the defendant struck the complaining witness with a closed fist 1 time, causing a laceration. After striking the complaining witness, defendant forcefully took complaining witness's phone from her hands and removed her SIM card, preventing her from calling 911 to report the domestic battery. Officers observed the victim's phone, seeing no SIM card available. Officers made contact with the defendant, and during a custodial search, they located the complaining witness's SIM card on his person. While the defendant was taken into custody at the station, the defendant provided the name Luis A. Leon, which the return stated no record. The officers repeatedly asked the defendant if his name was hyphenated or spelled differently, and he said it was not. Officers had to conduct a fingerprint inquiry through the live scan machine, and the return revealed the offender's true name. By way of background, the defendant has no published background. We're asking for special conditions of bond and GPS.
Right. Social service, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Tina McDonald, Social Services. New criminal activity scale is a 1. Failure to appear is a 1.
Right. Counsel for the defense, please.
Judge, Mr. Leon is 27 years old. He's a high school graduate. He is employed at Dwell Investors Incorporated as a real estate acquisition specialist. As counsel mentioned, he has no criminal background. He's very active in the community, volunteers at the Maywood Park District, and is very involved in the Maywood community. He is the financial caretaker for his siblings, his 2 nephews, his mother, and his 2 daughters. Judge, I'm not seeking to deprecate the seriousness of the allegations, but I don't believe the complaining witness went to the hospital. I don't believe there were any serious injuries. We would request an I-bond in this matter.
State, do you know if were the injuries documented or photographed?
No.
1 moment, Judge. The report does not mention if they were photographed, Judge. It doesn't say.
Found to be setting on a 10,000 I, sir, you do need to show up for court, or you can be tried and sentenced in your absence. Additionally, the state is asking, I'm going to grant special conditions of bond to have no contact whatsoever with the complaining witness in this matter while the case is pending. You will be placed on GPS. I'll note at this time, complaining witness not in court, state to notify. Motion state what date state?
June 2nd.
Sir, you'll be back in court on June 2nd, 2021. That'll be at 9 a.m.
Judge, can I inquire as to the special conditions of bond?
Yes, please have no contact by any means with the complaining witness while the case is pending.
And I understand that, Your Honor, but I believe
it'll be placed on GPS.
I believe the complaining witness does not or is currently not residing at 1616 South 6th Avenue in Maywood. If she is not residing at that residence, he's still allowed to reside at that residence. That's where the incident allegedly occurred,
Well,
correct?
I don't know. State, what do you have? State, do you have the listed protected address?
The background we have with the complaining witness on the complaint and all the reports of 1616 South 6th
Alright,
Avenue.
So for now, until the state has a chance to verify that'll be the protected address, okay?
Understood, Judge. Thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
You're welcome, counsel. Mr. Pacheco, we'll see you back in court on June 2nd, 2021.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice day.
You too, thank you. Deputy Richard Valesh, please.
Number 8.